Hola everybody, it's Sky Pacho with the weekly Pele report for Wednesday. Can you believe it's already March 25th? Ay, carambas. I tell you, time flies by. Even though you're supposed to slow down, time doesn't necessarily slow down with you. Right? I was supposed to be out on the Caribbean. I wanted to get out to the beach to do this report today, but my car is in the shop. No brake pads, man. I'm not going anywhere. Sun conjunct Saturn. That's today. You get to sit still on a freaking rock. Look at the trees sitting on that rock. Wrapping that, it's got that rock completely wrapped, baby. Oh, por Dios. Yeah. So yeah, we got the sun moving through Aries, you know, and it conjuncts Saturn today, and continues on, and the moon, meanwhile, is moving a little faster, right, through Gemini. So time to get that communications done, get your business, Saturn, in order. We'll talk more about that. Okay, and then she goes into Cancer today, and then comes into a square that sun. Yeah, moon square sun right today, absolutely. 5 degrees 09 minutes of Cancer to 5 degrees 09 Aries. By the time she gets there, that sun has moved on another degree. Yeah, and then by Friday she goes into Leo. Should be a fun weekend. Moon moving through Leo Friday, Saturday, and doesn't get to Virgo until Sunday. So wear yourself out and use Sunday to relax a little bit and recuperate. Virgo's good for recuperation. And then, she stays there until Tuesday. She moves into Libra. I'm not going to give you all the aspects. It would take forever. And I know a bunch of people don't even like to listen to the aspects. What else? And what I really want to talk about today is Venus. Venus is conjunct Chiron and Eris. You can see the chart at the beginning of the report. 25 degrees, 25 degrees, 25 degrees within minutes. All three of them, I will be talking about that. And then from there, she moves into Taurus by Monday. So, yeah, Venus coming home to Taurus, her home sign. One of them anyway. Very beautiful. And then what else? Last but not least, we can talk about Saturn in Aries comes into a sextile with Pluto on Saturday. So, yeah, it's, I'll integrate it into the report, but, it's just really time to solidify your changes. Okay. I kind of like this background because I really love these. Look at the flat rocks. Like, hello, those are straight vertical rocks. It's like somebody came out here with a chisel or a saw or something. Look how straight those are. I wonder if the ancient people, if this was some kind of a temple here. That's why I chose it for today's report. Sacred spaces. Okay, bye. All right, everybody. What is going on out there? It's a serious day. Sun conjunct Saturn. I'm going to be serious here. This is a serious report. It's going to be grounded, practical, real. I'm going to start out with some announcements. Thank you for your comments last week. It just so happened that over the weekend, I gave a talk to the community here, and I recorded it. And I have to say, I uploaded it to my website because I don't want some of this stuff on YouTube. I've talked to a number of people now that they're getting their phones checked at immigration. Somebody got their visa denied because of their posts. It's really getting gnarly. So I'm going to have to put stuff up on my website now. A little more than talk about it on YouTube. but I'll still talk about some things. So I will put a link to that in the notes below on YouTube. There will be a link to my website, or you can just go to my website, newparadigmastrology.com, and there is a page that I have called Resources. Resources. On that resources page, I am going to be posting, and I already did, a couple of links to other informative people that are putting some good information out there. So not only my report from this weekend, and I will continue to put, if I find some good links for some good stuff, I will put them up there on that page. So it is the resources page on the New Paradigm Astrology site. Yeah. And then, yeah, what else? That video. And I want to say that I'm doing probably, I don't know if it's my last workshop, but I am. There's a couple spots left in Switzerland, and it's at the last week of May. I'm going to be over there, and I don't know when the next time is. I'm traveling is going to kind of like really slow down to a halt here, not only for myself, but I think for everybody. It's kind of a time to be hunkering down, and I can't stress enough, the importance of live, in-person meetings. And I hope you are doing this in your community and with your friends and like-minded souls, and doing ceremony, doing ritual, the new moons, the full moons. We've got a full moon coming up next week, right? So, and this gathering together, yeah, I think it's going to be a big download, and it's going to be it's very interesting. It is in Switzerland, one of the financial, pillars of planet Earth, and we know that the finances are undergoing some big changes over these next couple of years, as Chiron lets go and moves past Eris into Taurus, and like I said, next week, Venus is coming home to Taurus. And then, the sun is going to be coming around to Taurus. And this is a time where, yeah, we need to really get serious. And today, this getting real, I find it, interesting. I really appreciated the support of people who wanted to know about the war and wanted to know what's going on in the political realm, because I don't want to separate spirit from matter. I don't want a spiritual bypass, yeah? And just be focused on, singing and meditating and escaping and avoiding and denying, going offline and ignoring, society, ignoring our communities, ignoring our brothers and sisters, ignoring what's going on. That's not why we incarnated. That's not what we're here for. And at the same time, it is astrology for the soul. I am about the soul. And where's the soul? Well, here's spirit, here's matter, and here's the human being. We incarnate out of spirit into a physical body, materialism, right? Our material body. And, our soul is right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. We are the connection between spirit and matter, between, the earthly realm and the celestial realm. So I want to talk about, and of course then Taurus and Saturn, Sun conjunct Saturn today. Saturn is third dimensional reality. What the heck is going on here in time and space with consequences? Saturn, the Lord of Karma, time to be making a commitment. And what do we want to commit to? So I want to talk today about Venus, because Venus is in crisis, a healing crisis. Chiron is a healing crisis. This is, we're going to have a full kind of 2-week period here. All right, Venus conjunct Chiron and Eris, okay, before she goes into Taurus. So she's getting, and what is Venus? Very interesting, rules Libra and Taurus, love, Libra, and money, Taurus. And not just money, but let's talk about money. Money is energy. Money is a reflection of what we value. You look at your bank statement or your charge card statement or just watch your spending, and you will have a very clear Saturnian reality check on your values. Are you spending your money at Starbucks? Are you spending your money on travel? Are you spending your money at school? Do you not have any money to spend at all? Are you spending your money to come to, an astrology event and really, study your chart and really deepen your understanding of yourself, your soul mission, and your purpose? Okay, are you buying books? Are you, how much money do you have? How open are you to receiving the abundance of the universe? Okay, and maybe you are being what? You're being humbled. Maybe Spirit is saying, you know what? We're gonna clamp down on you a little bit, and it's time for you to give. Yeah, not just take. And so, there can be times where, Taurus is about self-sufficiency. Get a job, get real, get down, roll up your sleeves, develop some skills, develop some capacities. Sometimes Taurus doesn't really like to change so much, but, it can be necessary. You may need retraining. If something's not working for you, maybe you need to develop a new skill. So yeah, we may have financial crises right now. I think globally there will be. I think the price of gold is going up. I think the stock market is going to be going down. I think, there's going to be, the gas prices are going up, and and then this brings me to the other aspect of Taurus, okay, in this Venus time is get along with less. Simplicity is the name of the game for the next few years. The more you can really simplify your life and find joy, peace, emotional fulfillment, contentment, even excitement in the simple pleasures of life. Cooking a beautiful meal for your neighbors, entertaining and connecting and playing guitar and singing around a campfire, and watching a sunset, planting a garden. There are so many ways. Painting a picture, singing a song, cut it out. I'm telling you, this is really the harmonic forces of materialism, okay, really coming up, against the spiritual forces of light. And, we have been, I would say, Western civilization, Western culture in general, okay, has really gotten around, oh my God, I need a sailboat, I need a wave runner, I need toys, I need, skis, I've got my RV, there's so many toys and so many possessions, and people have, are really seeking fulfillment through the material world. And as long as I'm on my soapbox and preaching, I'm going to just really talk about the physical body. Our health is our greatest wealth. Doggone it. The sun moving through Aries, conjunct Saturn. There is no better time than now to make a commitment to your body as a temple, your body as a vehicle, your body as an expression of your soul. Whether it's a gym membership, okay, or a new set of running shoes, or a swimsuit. I lost my swimsuit, man. I left it over at the other place. Now I got no swimsuit. I have to buy another swimsuit. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is, organic food. Yes, it's a little more expensive, okay, but, get rid of the glyphosate, get rid of the crap in the food, right? And maybe it's eat simply. Stop buying the sugar. Stop buying the coffee. Give your nervous system a break. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm talking to myself with these Pele reports, Not that I ever listen to them anyway, but so this is what I wanted to talk to you about today. I mean, and so we want to look at it. So, Chiron is a healing crisis. It will bring up, this is time of, financial crisis, okay, sexual crisis, physical crisis, your body, okay, and your values. And again, let's look at Eris, the goddess of discord. She throws that golden apple between Hera, Aphrodite, and Athena, and says, which one is, the apple is for the fairest, so they get to argue. The three goddesses get to argue about, what's more fair, what's more important, what's more valuable. Love, Aphrodite, Athena, wisdom, Hera, power. Yeah? What do where are my values? What am I really about? What am I really seeking? Talk is cheap. Okay? We can, Mercury North Node, we can talk about spirit and talk about love and all the wonderful, beautiful things. And, truck on down to, the hamburger joint or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are we walking the talk? And what do we really want? Let's look at this Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter is beliefs. Look at your own 9th house. Okay, look at Jupiter in your natal chart. Okay, this is where you want to expand your beliefs. And right now, okay, it's in Cancer. Okay, my emotional connection, my emotional needs, my home front, my domestic life. If there's a place to be spending your money now, it's on your home. Get your home in good shape. Get it fixed up so it's comfortable for the next few years to come, hopefully. Right? This is a very good time to be, painting or furnishing or repairing the roof or whatever it takes. This is like, put your money into things that are going to be stable and are going to last you and are going to support you and hold you through the rough times ahead. I'm telling you, we want to prepare. Do not wait. Do not, And that leads me to the other thing. If you listen to that video that I did, that we have a global recession coming, and this war is going to go on for years, and it's a pretty gloom and doom stuff coming up here. But I want to say that I want to put stuff out there to answer people's questions, because it's like, not knowing. Okay, not knowing what's coming, not knowing, when to surf, when to paddle, when to sit, when to, hang on or let go or whatever. Of course, there's questions about, what's going on, what's coming up. And that's what astrology is super good for. And I also want to say that, let's not obsess about it. And I'm not putting out, forecasts, to just like, raise fear, raise paranoia, make more anxiety. I'm not trying to build anxiety. I'm trying to say that this is Sun conjunct Saturn. This is like, okay, this is the reality. This is what you've got. This is what's coming. And just take it for what it is. Don't dwell on it. Don't let it bring you down. It's only castles burning. Don't let, yeah, but just like get a grip, on reality so that you don't have to think about it. It's like, all right, my questions are answered. Okay, things are gonna, continue, to go down the drain for a while, possibly, definitely get worse before they get better, but I'm not going to, spend my energy. I'm not going to let it dim my light. I'm not going to let it stop me from loving and having joy and shut down my heart and, it's like so now I don't have to be in a state of not knowing. I'm going to kill that fly, man. Talk about reality. Life can be cruel. And there's a lot of cruelty going on right now. And there's a lot of death right now. And we are facing situations and conditions of life and death. And if it's one thing that really, it hurts me to see, right? How spirit can be so, it's like our souls will just get rid of a body and and come into another body and get rid of a body and come into another body, and it's just like, wow, there's so much pain and suffering on this planet. It just really blows my mind. I wish it wasn't so that way, but it is. And I was reciting the poem, Robert Frost, some say the world will end with fire, some say ice. For what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, ice could be just as nice. I think with all these bombs dropping, and there's going to be more bombs dropping, basically there's a group of people that is creating chaos, unrest, and civil wars, and wars between countries all over the planet right now. And these bombs are going to be dropping, and the oil places and the natural gas places, things are burning fire. I mean, hello, we had Noah's Ark, okay, and it ended with water before. Lemuria went down, Atlantis went down. I mean, we could be going down with fire. It's so amazing how we can self-destruct. We don't, it's like we're not even waiting for the extinction point, the extinction event, by destroying the environment. It's like, no, I can't even wait, till the Amazon is destroyed and we don't have any oxygen. No. Let's blow everything up before we even slowly kill ourselves. I don't want to go there. Because that's the other part is, you want to try to get over some judgment and have forgiveness and compassion. And we're all works in progress. And we do have many lifetimes, thank God for reincarnation. But, I want to, so, I'm going haywire now. It's like, what? I'm stuck here. I've got all day, so I can just talk forever. And I know the Instagram is only 20 minutes. But if you want the whole report, you got to go to my website or get on my newsletter, get it in your inbox, or, get it someplace else. A man possessed of more gifts than he can hold. This is Aries, the 26th degree of Aries, where we have Venus, Chiron, and Eris conjunct. Obsession by potentiality. The mind which finds itself confronted with a totally unfamiliar and as yet unexpected type of potency finds it difficult at first to adjust to its new world of perception and possibilities of action. We may rush ahead excitedly and lose our bearings. We should try to reach a state of calm watchfulness and to learn that at this level too, there are limits and restrictions. Laws expressing this new type of order. This symbol shows us that we are at an evolutionary station and we have to move carefully in our new realm. For our consciousness is not yet fully able to operate in it, except with closely defined limits. It is a symbol of warning, a warning against undertaking more than it is as yet safe and sound to attempt. Red flag, red light, warning, warning. This just goes along with the Sun conjunct Saturn. This goes along with what I've been saying for a little while. This goes along with Mars and Pisces. Okay, this goes along with the Venus, Chiron, Eris, and this is all about a slow process, a deliberate process, disciplining the will and the impulses of Aries, Saturn for the next 2.5 years. It's time to discipline ourselves. It's time to control ourselves. It's time to find the limits of our body. It's time to find the limits of our energy body, of our etheric body. It's time to find the limits of what we can do and be realistic. If we had to learn anything through 2025 and the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, with the end of illusion, it's to stop creating more illusions and fantasies. But at the same time, I want to say, it is super cool. I mean, it is a very good symbol. Okay? Yeah, see, these are the flies that fly right into your eye, you know? And they sit there. Just kill that frickin' thing. Because over this last period of time, I am sure we've all gotten some downloads, right? Mercury, North Node in Pisces, it's like, oh, wow. You know, I see my pathway forward. I see my new way. I know I've gotten some downloads on, you know, how to access the spiritual world and what I need to do, okay, you know, to have, and, you know, to have the plants and the animals talk to me, you know, more clearly. It was so funny. Walking down here today, I'm walking through the jungle, and what happens? A lizard had to be 2 feet long. I'm talking a real freaking dragon lizard drops out of a tree on my head and falls down and runs away. Holy shit. What are the chances of that? Have you ever had a lizard drop on your head? Life is fucking nuts, man. Oh my God. So this is the lizard report. You know, lizards are very close to the earth. Okay, you know, and they are like really, yeah, they're intense creatures, man. So anyway, get grounded. Get in your body. We are earthlings. We are earthly beings. We may have a little reptilian in us, but still, we are here. And it's really time to, yeah, get in, get down, and get real. But what I wanted to say is, yes, we may feel like, yes, we've gotten some downloads, and things may be taking off. And it is time for things to take off. It is time to be starting a new business. I'm starting a whole new life. Right? It's time to start a new identity. Aries is identity. So yeah, I mean, it's not time to like just like sit on your butt and knit stockings. No, 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 no. I mean, this is time to like, okay, wow, I need to, like get that job or get that website or plant that garden or establish this relationship or that get buy that piece of property or that gold or move around my assets and stuff. I mean, it's time to like be doing stuff, right? And so we are kind of functioning. Hopefully, many of you have gotten some downloads, and we're functioning at a higher frequency or at a new level of awareness of who we really are, of how we can best serve, of what we really came in to do here with this life. So we are functioning at a new higher level, and we may still be hitting blocks. We may still be the car may still be breaking down and need to get fixed. Just because you've got a new download and now you know why you're here doesn't mean everything's just gonna flow magically because you have found your new pathway and spirit is with you. You're still here. Don't let it get you down. It's just like, what? Yeah, I may have my new pathway forward, but it's still going to take work. It's still going to take commitment. My relationship still may need counseling, therapy. I may still need, some medicine or some supplements, or my collagen. I got to still take my collagen. I may, know that I'm, want to get more healthy. But yeah, even at the new level, as liberated, as awakened, as brilliant as you may be, okay, there's still a place where you have to get real. And this brings me to the mantra, for this week, this Aries and even this, Venus, Chiron, Eris here, the wound of Aries, okay, Chiron in Aries is, my ability to ask for help, to ask for what I want, to say what I need, what I think, to initiate, to innovate, to begin, to start, to express my anger. If I have, it's just like, this is like, stuff has to come out. And when Chiron is there can be this kind of sense of like, oh my God, I'm afraid I'll lose my lover. I'm afraid I'll lose my job. I'm afraid I'll, be rejected. I'm afraid, blah, 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 blah. And this can be coming from one of two places. And that's why I kind of brought it up. I changed the mantra a little bit. One can be from pride. Look at pride. I may just be, I may be too full of pride to ask for help. So I may be getting humbled, and for the first time in my life, I have to ask for help. I've never had to ask for help before. I always had enough money, and I had enough and I could do. Well, maybe you're getting some lessons in humility. And the other aspect is, you can be down and out, in Beverly Hills or someplace else, but, you may, just be in a place of shame and guilt. And I don't deserve to receive. I'm not worthy of receiving. So then I need to, do the opposite kind of a thing. So, this is different. You have to look at your own chart, look at the aspects. What do you have at 25 degrees, okay, of any sign that, this is aspecting and other aspects. And what house is it in and blah, 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 blah. So, each one of us is getting different lessons with the same aspect. So the Pele report, I can only give a general kind of thing, but you really need to personalize this yourself. So the problem with self-assertion is believing in myself. But if I let go of pride and shame, I may even ask for help. I changed it numerous times, okay? I mean, I had in there letting go of fear, self-judgment, and shame. And then maybe I might ask for help. Okay, but, you can plug in any words you want in this mantra, but the important thing is that it is about, okay, the sun moving through Aries is self-assertion. Are you really, is there anything blocking you from asserting yourself? Even from making a commitment, Sun, Saturn. And I would say it's time to commit to yourself. Yourself first. And then you have to know yourself. And then you have to understand your values. And it's all a big frickin' process, man. But, this is long enough. I'm going to wrap it up. The problem with self-assertion is believing in myself. But if I let go of pride and shame, I may even ask for help. So yeah, I may assert that I need help. But it's because I believe in myself. I think the grounding point of Aries is we have to believe in ourselves that we are rays of light from the source, the sun, the creator, right? And from that point on, as, wounded or whatever that we are, we got to believe in ourselves and go from where we are and make steps up. May you make steps up. May you have a good time. May you have a good week. May I see you in Switzerland. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.